Okay, we're here making our home playground with some climbing ropes and also some climbing ladders for the littler kids. And we're going to make some horizontal or chin-up bars where you can do gymnastics things on. Now, as you can see, we've just used the palm trees that we were going to get rid of, but we thought, no, let's use them. So tied up a rope around and around, and that's a good foothold that the kids can climb around. And then I've got another rope that's attached to the tree via other ropes. It really holds strong. Just by wrapping that other rope around and around the tree, it holds real strong. That's a great climbing rope. And then the climbing rope around the tree and over to the other tree. And then we put a post in the ground with some bolts through it. Had to anchor it a little bit because I didn't do the footing as good as I should have. And then we created a lattice of ropes tied from the tree over to the post, from the tree over to the post, tied around the tree, and then down. So simple. Now what we're doing is some chin-up bars or horizontal bars. So we get the post hole digger and we dug a hole. You dig the hole down deep, put some sump oil with kerosene or some paint around the post on the bottom, and then what you do is you put the post in, you level it up, check the levels, make sure it's levels, then you put water all around the post. Then you put the quick drying cement in, which sets within 15 minutes. It's not dry, ready to use in 15 minutes, but it's set. And you just let it go there. You create a little bit of an angle down here so that the water will glide away from the post rather than have an angle on the cement that goes down into the post. There's the first post. I had previously welded up that little attachment, but you can get it welded by somebody else. It's easy. Down at your metal place, they'll do welding for you. And I welded that on there at the right angle onto this pole that I bought from them, and I welded the other side. That will attach to that post, and to see where I dig the next hole, I just put that there, and then I looked at that's where the next hole goes for the next post. Here's the post with sump oil and kerosene on the bottom, or you could paint it or treat it in some other way so it doesn't rot. And at the very bottom of the hole, I put a tiny part of a brick, just so that if there gets a lot of water down there, it lifts it out of the water and it sits on the brick, and the brick gets cemented in. In addition to that, what I do to make it even stronger, when I've dug the hole, I get my crowbar, or my lent crowbar, and I put some holes through that hole at different angles. I put a hole in through there, halfway through, and I dig a hole like that, halfway through, and I dig a hole there. And what that does, when I put the cement in, it goes into those little side holes, and it anchors like roots, cement roots, into the side earth, so that it's stronger, so that it doesn't start to tilt over when a load's applied to it. That's the mistake I did here. See how it has a bit of a lean on it now. I started off perfectly level, but between the cement and the surrounding clay or soil, the cement just shifted within the soil. So by doing these side cement roots, it will help to prevent that, I hope. But I've also, instead of using a spade and a mattock to dig the hole, I'm using a post hole digger. It's a lot easier. You get a steeper wall to it, a much steeper wall, a lot deeper wall, and that's good. Okay, I'll stop this and then we'll add it to one video later to see the finished product. And there goes my son, one of my sons, up in our home playground. And here's the other son lounging around on one of our big trampolines. because we're making a kid's paradise, and this is just one section to it. And the little ones, the little kids, have great fun on this lattice work.